Select broadcast. Turn on broadcast. Minimize folders that are in the way. NFT screenshotted. Okay, there we go. We got the stream rolling. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Club Doom. I figured, since I'm working on my issue 13 video, we might as well read the quickie article on the idea guys. Just makes sense in my head. Yeah, it sounds like the thing to do. You know what I mean? Oh, people are here. Oh, family important. You came and then you deleted the thing. Oh, that's why you were trying to say howdy. Okay, I feel that. I do that sometimes too. I fuck up too when I type because I am also bad at typing. Don't you worry. I just realized something. I didn't do my thing. If I keep forgetting to put the link in certain places because people want that link, then everyone in my Discord finna kick my ass. And it's like, why don't you ever put it in the announcements, Keaton? It's like, I forgot. I forgot. Sorry, guys. But this... Oh, wait. No. That's the wrong... Yeah, this one. Yeah. Alright, we in business. Now I can close Discord forever. Yo, what up, Black Joker? What up? We talk about the idea guys today because I'm working on issue 13 and I figured I might as well. Idea guys sounds like such a good name for a Power Hour channel. I feel that. I don't know what Power Hour is, but the Idea Guys does sound like a good name for a YouTube channel. Mizumi. Yep, the Idea Guys saga. It is one of the more notorious sagas, because, you know, it was just a lot of a mentally handicapped man being abused, probably. So, I should probably get started on this. I'm just trying to down some of my beer. Okay. So, let's get into this after I have a big burp. Oh my god. Ah, gas bubble. No. No, that is not what I need at the beginning of my stream. Okay. Where were you when the Idea Guys embezzled 6K from me back in 2018 while holding C-197 under Nazi torture and mind-manipulated the CPUs and Sega Hard Girls? Sega Hard Girls? Why are they called Hard Girls? What's hard? I wish I could undo his frickin' embezzlement. When will you frickin' fricks learn that your actions have consequences? Chris. Let's see. Idea Guys is the glitter. We're gonna be finding out bits of him in Chris's ramblings for years. A Kiwi Farms commentator. Alright. So now that we got those out of the way. The Idea Guys were a group of trolls who exploited Chris's escapist fantasies by role-playing as his imaginary friends. They used their influence to brainwash him, and it is alleged that they blackmailed Chris out of $6,000 by threatening to destroy his imaginary city, Quickville. Yeah, that's a lot of this part of Chris's story is very unfortunate, including that part where they extorted 6K. But I will say, as tragic as it is, that's kind of funny. Yo, what up, JX? We reading about the Idea Guys, so I can be better equipped for my issue 13 review. The group began with Joshua Weiss back in October 2017, and at some point, Stephen Boyd, or either Stephen or Stephen, and at 3 anonymous followers partnered with him until the group was ousted in April 2018. Initially, their aim was to see how gullible Chris was, but this soon fell into the idea guys taking advantage of him financially and coercing him into performing many degrading acts, some of which would put Blue Spike to shame. In the process, they managed to somehow make Chris become even more delusional. What's the hyperlink for that? Oh, Chris in reality. Than he already was. All the while planting some of their own twisted ideas into Chris's mind. How is Club Doom doing? Club Doom is doing very, very good. Very good. I'm doing very good. This abuse prompted the creation of a group called... a group composed of the Captain, Marvin, and later Noel, called the Guard Dogs. Their goal was to work together to dismantle the Idea Guys' schemes and push for legal action to be taken against them. Thanks to their efforts, the Idea Guys' link to Chris was cut by late April 2018. Authorities never looked into the matter. Yeah, they didn't give a shit. The authorities were like, what, some dipshit getting $6K taken from him because some guys said they'd blow up his imaginary Minecraft server if they didn't. That's stupid. We're not wasting our time with that shit. Ghostbusters fan says, "Buckle up, buckaroos. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna get bad." The Tard Guard says Black Joker. Yes, the Tard Guards didn't do anything. How sad. Very sad. Hold up. There we go. Despite their removal, the Idea Guys' iron grip over Chris has lasting effects. To this day, Chris has retained many of the concepts they had coerced him into believing. Concepts such as changes into Sonichu canon, a polyamorous marriage, and now the infamous dimensional merge were introduced to Chris by this group. My polyamorous friend! Let's see. After the rain, waves of fantasy enablers began appearing. Yes, they did. They did. Like ween after ween after ween after ween just like started popping up, and it was like, "Hey Chris, I'm the dimensional goddess of the Nintendo 69. Can you please put me in Christery so I can have clout, please?" And the Idea Guys have effectively had the greatest impact on Chris's psyche and personal life out of any troll since the days of the Miscreants, and are debatably the most successful trolls in that regard. Oh, until Ms. Janky comes and janks up everything with her foot fungus. So, background. Yeah, we don't need that. Chris's fantasies would have been ripe for exploitation in the lead up to the Idea Guys' interactions with him. Years before, the Asperpedia 4 manipulated Chris into killing off Simona Rosachu in the comics. The Miscreants had also told Chris to name a character Vulva Pie. Vulva Pie Belch, that was their name. When he found out what the word meant, he was upset that he had been tricked, but felt obligated to maintain Vulva Pie's name in the canon. Furthermore, Chris's reliance on his fantasy world as a coping mechanism for his real-world life had become heavier, made evident when he believed he was dancing with Magi-chan, one of his imaginary friends, during the 2017 BronyCon. This had also occurred 1 month prior to Joshua Wise beginning contact with him. Oh, I thought that happened after. Oh, damn. I thought the BronyCon danced with Magi-chan. Yeah, Magic-chan got them moves, bro. Magic-chan can dance. He can do the Orange Justice. He can do the... He pretty much invented Fortnite dancing before Fortnite was even a thing. Outside of Chris's fantasies becoming increasingly potent, Chris's real life was becoming a lot more volatile. The financial crisis continued to go on, with Chris taking up working on the Sonichu comic more often to gain additional funding through Patreon. Chris's emotional state could also have been compromised from other life events such as breaking up with Jessica Quinn, as she had been in contact with Chris for a long time and had him believing they would meet up in real life, although Chris appeared largely back to normal in the weeks between the Quinn breakup and the beginning of Wise's manipulation, having resumed the comics, posting on Twitter, and being interviewed. Okay. I'm just realizing I am so much better at reading when I'm reading, like, actual print from actual people and not Chris's goddamn letters. So let's see. September 2017, Joshua Wise contacted Chris to commission artwork. With the two in contact, Wise decided to see for himself Chris's gullibility. In late 2017 of October, he again contacted Chris, posting as John Yamada. As Yamada, Wise claimed to be a soldier from Game Industry, a location set in the franchise Hyperdimension Neptunia, and inquired if Chris still had his old Sega Dreamcast console, telling him it contained a possible portal into Quickville. Wise used the lore from Neptunia to play into Chris's existing preconceptions about reality and his belief that fictional worlds exist in alternate dimensions, giving him validation over those beliefs, which primed Chris for failing. I'm drinking beer. Sorry. Under Wise's spell. I put a spell on you. And eventually encouraged him to retreat further into his fantasy world to cope with his real-world problems. Yep, that's how it be. I still ain't play Hyperdimension Neptunia yet. If it's on PlayStation 3 PSN store, I might get it if it ain't like $50. But I doubt it. Most of the game's on there. Let's see, Black Joker is saying, so gullible. I know, right? Family Important says Gino is getting closer to present day. Oh, yeah. I think Gino actually covered the Idea Guys saga in, like, the last thing. JX says, that document is so close to the end, it's kind of scary. Yeah. Wonder if they'll cover the letters. I don't know. Knowing Gino, he might cover all of the letters. Like, all of the letters in excruciating detail. Like, I love Gino, but the documentary series is like, it's a time sink, man. It is a fucking time sink. Role playing. Also see Red Force. What the fuck does that mean? Let's see. Okay, let's see. What does anyone know what Joshua sounded like? I don't know. I'm gonna give him a Squidward voice, as best of a Squidward voice as I can. The way I get him to do all of this is simply by role playing. I pull off Sonichu, Rosachu, Magichan, the goddess from Neptunia, and even a few Nazis that Chris threatened in the video he did last night. Let's see, and all it takes is one free photo editing site and audacity to make Quickville come to life. Yes, when I saw this, I fucking died. I was like, God damn it. God damn it. This is really all it takes. Oh, man. Tree Fitty. JX says, oh god, the name is also Joshua. Why am I... Oh, your name is... Oh, why is your name also Joshua? Why are you cursed to this fate? I don't know. Because reasons. Because fuck you. Do you think if the Idea Guys were never involved with Chris, he wouldn't think he's a goddess? Yeah. I don't think the goddess shit started until then. I think up until then, Chris was just obsessed with, like, My Little Pony shit. And Chris just thought, I'm a pony. In fact, I think Chris said one of the, previous lives wasn't even, like, Jesus or a goddess or anything. Jesus. It was, I think it was, like, some hippie from the 70s. It was like, that was my past life. I remember toking it up and playing the bongos in the circle. Oh, Dreamy's here. What up? We reading about the Idea Guys. So that way I'm more equipped for the Sonichu issue 13 video. Where are we at? We are at Brainwashing Chris by role playing. Ah, shit. The key component of Wise's schemes was role-playing, DURP, as various entities, including Chris's own imaginary friends, and goddesses from Hyperdimension Neptunia. By December 2017, Wise was role-playing as at least 13, I have 10 million alternate accounts, characters to Chris, including his persona John Yamada, and numerous Neptunia characters. Chris was so entranced under Wise's tactics of just fucking DMing him with a bunch of sock puppet accounts with anime profile pics that he believed it when Wise roleplayed as the Chris of Quickville and told him that he had converted to Satanism. Chris believed the entities were borrowing John Yamada's computer to communicate with him across dimensions. What, so they were just passing it off? They were just passing his fucking laptop like a bong? Is that what the fucking idea was, Chris? That's fucking stupid. Let's see, Shift says, is there gonna be an Asperchew issue 1 review? Been checking out the Legend of the Internet podcast about it. Yeah, I intend on getting back into Asperchew. I just kind of want to knock issue 13 out of the way first. And then, like, issues 14, 15, and 16, like, are practically non-existent. So, like, we can get right into Asperchew after that. I think that'd be fun. And also the Final Fantasy House. I need to finish the Final Fantasy House videos. I, like, did the Zack saga, and I need to get into the Sarah saga. So I got a lot of work to do. And instead, I'm just wandering around my house drinking beer, as all things should be. Let's see. To accompany the role-playing, Wise also crafted storylines heavily inspired from video games, designed to infiltrate Chris's beliefs, such as Payday 2 antagonist Akon attacking Quickville and kidnapping Chris's imaginary friend Savannah, and Quickville being occupied by Russians and Nazis at the same time. The Russians and the Nazis didn't get along. Well, actually, from what I remember, they did. And then, like, the Nazis betrayed the Russians. And then the Russians were big mad. Black Joker says he would have tried to get Chris into Islam instead of Satanism. I don't know. I think someone already tried that with the letters, and it didn't work. But I think that's just because by then, Chris was too far gone. Let's see. In the wake of January... Hold up. Did I see something about Wolfenstein? Oh my god. Oh my god. Image from Wolfenstein video game franchise used to trick Chris into believing Quickville and the USA were under Nazi rule. God damn it. God damn it. I love these. Fucking Russia troops invade Quickville. God damn. A fake news graphic about Count Crashwan. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, in the wake of January 2018, attempt by Kiwi Farms to remove him from power by doxing him, Wise identified as idea guy directly to Chris and made a new persona, Johnson Wiles, setting it as the OC counterpart of his real-world self. Boyd, which was the Steven guy, also used Wise's roleplay tactics. The known characters he roleplayed as were, his persona Gwen Mikoto, and the religious figure Jesus Christ. Of course, it's always Jesus. People are always fucking roping Jesus into this bullshit. Did Chris Chan think that Quickville looked like real life? Yeah, Zemfex, I think Chris thinks, everything is just in the imaginary world of his is just real and looks exactly like, you know, either like real life shit or 3D renders of real life shit. Oh, what else? Mad Hatter says, poor Barb had to put up with all the Quickville Nazi rants. Oh, I know, right? She probably had to hear in the other room, frickin' Nazis! I'm gonna kick you out of Equestria! I love that video. And suddenly, Jesus! I know, right, Dreamy? Zemfex asks, what does Sonichu look like in Chris's head? I think... That's a good question. That's a good question for Chris. I think Chris may have answered that at some point, but I do not know if Chris said it looks like in the comic or if everything just looks like hyper-realistic blood eyes. Mizumi asks, do you think this is the origin of all those Nazis with anime waifu edits? Nah, honestly, that was the thing before the Idea Guys saga. I remember that shit. There was all kinds of... In the mid-2010s, there was, like, this thing with a lot of, like, Nazi anime characters. I specifically remember, like, Nazi Pokemon being a thing. Because every now and then, my friends and I like to... Since college, it's been a tradition of my friends and I to get fucking drunk and read weird fanfiction and just, like, see what fucking stupid shit is on DeviantArt. It's fucking great. It's great when you're plastered. And one night in particular in like 2015, we kept seeing shit about like Nazi Lucarios, and it was the funniest fucking shit. And we Family Important asks, says, I want Chris to voice Sonichu. I think Chris has voiced Sonichu in like videos and shit. I think there's like a comic dub Chris did where he held a camera up to his fucking comic book and like read it out loud. So your wish may have just come true before you even realized Family Important. So anyway, controlling Chris's beliefs. Alright, I gotta do my Squidward impression again for John. I don't know where that came from, but anyway. He's trying to use his creator powers to return Quickville to its original state before I showed up. But I keep telling him every time he does this, it causes more trouble than actual solutions. Let's see, and, this is the guard dog Marvin. And the Idea Guy said, nah, that shit ain't work, so, and so undid your attempt. Chris's response was basically, dang. Alright, so. I keep like passing that. Kinda weird. Mad Hatter says, kinda weird how both Walt and Disney and Chris Chan had Nazi arcs in their creation. I know, right? I do not, I'm sorry, Mizumi, I do not know who these two are. I'm sure the battle is hype, though. Ashlyn asks, did you miss anything? Yeah, we're reading about the Idea Guys, so that way when, my issue 13 video drop, I have more context. Because, like, Sonichu issue 13 is just all this Idea Guys shit. So, you know, I'm getting ready. I'm doing my research, guys. I'm doing my research. What up, Erebus? So, after convincing Chris his persona, John Yamada's ability to access Quickville's dimension, Idea Guy Wise began to manipulate Chris's beliefs and insert his own ideas. He also undermined Chris's attempts to restore his fantasy world. As Wise put it, Chris thinks he has a psychic link to Quickville, but every time he tries to change a scenario to his will, I always fuck it up and make it even worse. For example, in December 2017, Wise told Chris that Jamsta had been arrested for Mool Aelstein, you know, in case the YouTube bots are listening. Punchy and Tails. Why Tails? Punchy I don't give a shit about. Why you gotta do my boy Tails like that? I don't know. Maybe this is post bench Tails. If it's post bench Tails, then I won't feel as bad. Okay? If it's pre bench Tails, then we have the precursor to bench Tails. Chris, not liking this development, tried to have Jamsta acquitted. he tried using his psychic link to Quickville to convince the judge to acquit Jamsta. Yes, I remember this. But Wise countered by telling Chris that the judge didn't believe him since he had stepped down as mayor. Chris then tried to influence the jury, but Wise again countered by telling him that, well, it worked and Champster was acquitted. As consequence, a mob was out to get Champster. Yeah, fucking Champster gets acquitted, and then, like, there's, like, riots in Quickville, and that, like, because the Quickville police force and shit are too busy dealing with that, they're unable to defend Quickville when, like, some other rival nation, like, invades it. I specifically remember this. Doing the Squidward laugh, I see. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, do I like playing the clarinet and role-playing as Neptunia characters. I practice and practice, but I never get any better. Let's see, sending a photo of a riot as proof. You just sent a photo of a riot. It could have been any riot. It could have been any fucking riot. God damn it. In another example, Wise roleplayed as the Chris of Quickville and claimed to be Satanist, and that atheism, Neptunia, and Islam were the main beliefs of Quickville, as Christianity had been forgotten after he had stepped down as mayor. The real-world Chris reacted to this information by saying Angelica would enforce Christianity again. And Wise countered by telling him Angelica already became Satanist. She already Satanist, bro. You too late. And Blake converted to Islam. I remember Blake converted to Islam. In fact, there's Angelica right here with the demonic smile and bloodshot eyes, blood covered, covering herself in blood. You know, as Satanists do. You know, that's just a thing they do. Not really. Chris does not understand other cultures in any sense. Chris was also suggestible under Wise's influence, that at times Wise would float an idea and Chris's imagination would run wild with the conception. When Wise... Damn it. I love beer, but it makes me have gas bubbles. Like that one. When Wise's John Yamada persona first contacted Chris, he used the lore from Hyperdimension Neptunia video game franchise to say that Chris's Sega Dreamcast console could possibly contain a portal into Quickville. Chris decided to run the console for 24 hours, placed his hand on it, felt a shock, because, you know, shit's been running for fucking ever, for fucking 24 hours. And it's an old as shit console. The cable's probably all fucked up. But because Chris felt a shock, he imagined that it meant he got Neptunia goddess powers within. It had Neptunia powers in it and possessed him. Furthermore, after having been in contact with Wise's Neptunia CPU goddess personas, Chris decided to abandon the Christian religion in favor of Neptunia because, you know, I get to be goddess, yay! You know, as one does. Oh, man. Okay, so where was I? One reason he cited was that he could actually communicate with the Neptunia goddesses. Eventually, after the idea guys were ousted, the influence resulted in Chris identifying as Goddess CPU Blueheart of the Commodore 64, and now does shit like, Commodore means Commodore, me, the goddess that shits herself. Chris's perception of his imaginary counterpart was influenced by Wise's ideas to a point that later expressed surprise. Following a comment from Wise's Yamada persona on Nazi and satanic powers, yet Nazi powers, Chris believed his past Quickville counterpart had been kidnapped by Nazis and given satanic powers. Because, you know, just like in Wolfenstein. Wise, pushing further, told the real-world Chris, his past counterpart, had abolished women's rights to enable his love quest. Oh, so he could make his harem. And that he helped the Nazis win World War II. Chris then illustrated his modern Quickville counterpart, confronting and assaulting past Quickville counterpart over this action. Let's see. In truth, I made a joke about the Nazis and satanic powers, not really just how much he'd take it in. Oh, what's up, Vex? What's up? We reading about the idea guys. Let me read some of these, let me read some of these chats. Shift said, wonder if there's any Squidward OCs in Sonichu or Asperchu. No, there's no Squidwards in any of it. And that's why it's lame. 0 out of 10. That's the only thing wrong with it. If Squidward was in it, it'd be perfect. Oh, did I get a... Oh, wait, no, that's the song. That's my background music fucking with me. I thought I got, like, a notification. This feels like a movie, but it's not. Nah, it's not a movie, family important. This is real life. This is reality. Erebus says, Angelica Rosachu is drawing pentagrams in 14 Branch Lane while Chris freaks out in jail. Yeah, Angelica's wrecking the place. Angelica's wrecking the place, throwing satanic parties. JX says, man, I know I've said this a lot, but man, the amount of these people had Chris around their fingers really made me bad with how far they went. I know, right? They went, like, real far. Idea Guys Saga is crazy. Damn right, Ashland, it is. Sending some shockwaves up in China. Let's see, Erebus says, I wonder how the Idea Guys reacted when Chris was in jail. Probably with a not shocked. I wasn't shocked. I knew Chris was eventually gonna go to jail for something. Chris had too many weird vibes. Had too many creepy, rapey vibes about them. Dreamy says, the Idea Guys probably felt awful. Or they're cheering about Chris being in jail. Maybe. One or the other. One or the other. Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, where was I? In another example. Yet another example. Oh, Black Joker suggests they were upset because they ain't cause it. You know what? Maybe. Because, they sounded like fucks like that. Judging from this article. Oh, yo, Alex is here. Jamaican beef patties are bussin'. Sounds like it, Alex. Sounds like it. I kind of want... You're making me hungry, and I already had dinner. In another example, after discussing his medallion with John Yamada, who told him it was created out of Element 115, a reference to Call of Duty, Chris believed that Yamada had created a new medallion for him, and that it would arrive in the mail to unlock our magical powers. You just get fucking Call of Duty 360 no-scoping magical girl powers in the mail. No biggie. This emboldened Chris to begin making plans to travel to meet to meet the creator of Rosachu's story and confront Cole Smithy in New York. You know, as opposed to just driving. Despite not knowing where either of them lived, believing he would magically learn their addresses. When the fucking magical forces dox people, man, that's gonna be the most powerful, you know, ability of all time. You know, just imagine a JoJo stand that just doxes people. That would be the most powerful stand of all time. What would that be called? I'm blanking out. What the hell would that be called? I'm just gonna call it Kenny G, because fuck it. Because that's the first thing I saw on my fucking shelf of CDs. Oh wait, hold up. Believing he would magically learn their addresses, Wise became concerned and convinced Chris not to go on the trips. So you know, Josh was a little decent. Doxer Platinum. Let's see, Airbus says, I remember Chris was arrested a couple times. One from running over a GameStop owner or something. Another from pepper spraying a GameStop employee over Sonic's blue arms. Oh yeah, the game shop guy, the game shop owner, Michael Snyder. Chris was banned from Michael's game shop, and then Chris and Barb went back because they thought it was under new management. New management happened to just be Michael again, so they ran off when Michael threatened to call the police, and then Michael went out to the parking lot to confront them because, they're supposed to not be on his, they're not supposed to be at his business, and then they just kind of hit him with the car. The game place. Yes, that's right, it was the game place. Influence to Chris's fantasy land sense of reality. The idea guys influenced and brainwashed Chris. I'm sorry, a fly got into my fucking apartment and just zooped past my eye. What the fuck? That's not cool. That's not fucking cool at all. Now I'm mad. Because, I know how it happened too. I was trying to sell something on fucking Craigslist. And, motherfucking, shit took too long to, I had to keep the front door open for a long time to get the shit out. And, naturally, that's when the fucking flies decide, oh, it's time to move into Keenan's apartment. Fuck you. Alright, where was I before I was rudely interrupted by my, apparent new roommate? The idea guys influenced and brainwashed Chris into, many alterations of his fantasy world, including his imaginary friends and the imaginary city of Quickville. These include Wild Sonichu becoming a drug addict. That's dumb. That's dumb. Let's see. The creation of Bundy Chew. That's a little funnier. Brendan Fraser being elected the mayor of Quickville, and several other concepts. Who's Brendan Fraser? Like, is he from the show Frasier? Or is this someone I haven't heard of? I think this is someone, like, completely different. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I'm done stalling. Alright. But yeah, I specifically remember I was reading Sonichu issue 13, and all the shit that happened to the chaotic combo was, like, dumb. Like, not even funny shit. It was like, oh, yeah, Bubbles Rosichu is identified as a black man now. It's like, fuck off. Actually, do something funny with the characters. God damn. They also pushed his fantasy escapism further away from reality. Chris, who had been believing he could interact with his imaginary friends from the jump, pretty much, such as when he danced with Magichan in public and made out with Sylvana in front of a bunch of teenagers while stoned off their asses, had his beliefs validated and encouraged by the idea guys. In September, no, not September, December, D-E-C-ember. The fuck wrong with you, Keenan? In December of 2017, Wise told Chris that hyperdementia sounds about right. It's pretty much the same thing. Chris is suffering from hyperdementia right here. That Neptune from Hyperdimension Neptunia would be waiting to meet him at GameStop. Shit, what are you talking about? I've seen how those girls from Neptunia dress. They'd be kicked out of the mall in seconds. You kidding me? They'd be kicked out. They'd be banned. Indecent exposure, my guy. Chris had decided to go to Forest Lakes location, from which he had been banned, and waited outside his car, honking his horn and shouting her name. What if she was there and she was like texting him? It was like, Chris, I'm inside. Just go inside the building. And he's like, no, you come out here to my car. In January of 2018, Chris believed that imaginary friend Magichan and his father figure and mentor Mewtwo had gotten married in a loving triangle with Sylvana. 2 months later, the idea guys pushed further and got Chris to believe he married Magi-chan and became a part of a polyamorous marriage. Additionally, they brainwashed Chris into believing he was bisexual. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, I see Black Joker saying, "Oh Lord." Yeah, there's a lot of "Oh Lord." Oh, Zemfax is telling me Brendan Fraser is the guy from The Mummy. Okay. See, I haven't seen The Mummy. When I was hearing the name Fraser, I was thinking like I was thinking like the Cheers spinoff, about the therapist, which Chris would have needed. Let's see, where am I? Oh, yes. The idea guys also use their influence to trick Chris into exercising. Oh, no. Dreamy. As soon as I read the word exercising, I saw your comment saying, oh, no, like right next to it. I have the chat right next to the browser here in my setup, and as soon as I read exercising, I saw, oh no. Around March 2018, Chris began to exercise. Yeah. They told him he needed to be in shape while in Quickville. Yeah, only Giga Chads are allowed in C197, Chris. Oh, welcome to C197. How tough are you? Welcome to the salty spittoon. And then, Chris walks up to, like, buff Ray Wrights off of, Hyperdimension Neptunia. She's just uncomfortably buff, and she's just like, oh, sorry, you can't go in Quickville. She has, like, a smoker voice. I think you're better at that club, and it's Weenie Hut Jr. Chris, working out with dumbbells can be seen in 100. I guess that's the name of a video. Yeah. And joined in Anytime Fitness. His exercise habits continued sporadically for a time after the idea guys were ousted, though his interest in it eventually faded away. Bwomp bwomp. So we never got Chris Chad, ladies and gentlemen. We never got the Chris Chad saga. I wish we had the Chris Chad saga. You kidding me? Fucking a whole bunch of trolls telling him to, like, take all kinds of weird suppositories to max his gain. You can't just take creatine, Chris. You can't just put creatine in your drink. You have to take creatine suppositories. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that'd be funny. The idea guys also left heavy influences on the Sonichu comic. Yes, that's what I'm here to read about, because I want to review issue 13. Many details were revised by Chris following lore they laid out, such as Sonichu's birth date, switched to 420. Ha 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 ha, ha ha, the funny number, guys, get it? The, okay. Let's see, and the date the Rainbow created Sonichu changed to February 1st, 2003, a reference to the Columbia Space Shuttle disaster. Let's see, and Magi-chan's aged. Oh, of course, 69 years old. God damn it. God damn. Okay, these are kind of funny. These little changes are kind of funny. Of course it's those numbers. Of course they do it like that. They also affected plot points and the direction of the comic from issue 12.9 onwards. Yes, they did. Watch my Sonichu issues 12 and 12.9 video to hear more in limerick form. Because I do it in limerick form. Because 12 and 12.9 were a fucking slog to read. Even more so than the usual comic. So, yeah, I didn't want it to be boring. Its plot veers sharply from Chris's interest to the idea guys, then back again to Chris's. The following issue, issue 13, or Awakening of a CPU, as Chris titled it, represents the idea guy's influence over him in comic form. I would comic form being used very loosely. Okay, I'm reading that, John. Okay, I'm like page 5 is just a block of text. Okay, it's just big. Issue 13 is mostly just like some pencil drawings and big blobs of fucking text. Okay, it's like the end game of Cerebus the Aardvark. Okay, it's just big blobs of text from like the ramblings of a madman, and it's really annoying to read, and I hate it. Represented the idea guys, influence, yep. It features a story on how John Wise's John Yamada persona came to influence Chris over the idea his Sega Dreamcast is Portal Quickville, blah, blah, blah. In a page-and-a-half wall of text, Chris summarizes his adventure with Yamada and the Hyperdimension Neptunia cast. That's how you say it. That's how you're supposed to say it, with a burp, with a drunk burp in the middle. And the salvation of game industry and Quickville from the invaders. The rest of Sonichu 13 covers an incoherent series of plot threads over the topics the idea guys had brainwashed into Chris. It really do be like that. Because I'm trying to read it. And I'm barely remembering anything. Because it's just like, here's how issue 13 is going, alright? It's like, okay, first this thing happens. Alright, then this thing happens. Alright, then this thing counters this thing that happens. It's you know what it's like? It's like the worst, it's like watching the worst game of Age of Empires 2 in your life. Okay? Except you don't even get to watch people play Age of Empires 2, so it's even worse. Okay? it's just someone invades, Chris fights him off, then someone else invades, then Chris fights him off again, and then another person, and the first person from the first time invade at the same time. I'm getting some questions. I should answer some of these questions. Let's see. Vex asks, what saga y'all think might come after the homeless jail saga? I'm hoping we get the, things cap off with this one and it ends already. I don't want Chris's story to get any more depressing in fear that people might find covering Chris in bad taste. So selfish reasons, I will admit. Selfish reasons. But, you know, prostitution saga, no, not the kidnapping saga, no. Let me answer another question from Vex. I saw something. Oh, Zemfex asked, what's the best Sonichu comic in my opinion? Okay, so the thing with Sonichu is the only thing it's got going for it is how fucking batshit stupid it is. And as far as entertaining batshit fuckery goes, issue 10 is by far the funniest. Issue 10 has so much fucking stupid shit going on in it simultaneously, and it's hilarious. It's just Chris trying to settle every beef he ever had while simultaneously going to hilarious lengths to prove he ain't gay. It's like, it's amazing. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever read in my life. So issue 10 by far is like all of season 1 of Sonichu is funny. And a fun time to read if you're willing to slog through the bad paneling, bad grammar, bad drawing, bad everything. But it is a fun-ass time reading that hilarious shit. And issue 10 definitely is like, it's the climax, and it do not disappoint. It's definitely the best, in my opinion. Yo, what's up, Vaga? Shift says Chris would have hated playing Clash of Clans. I've never actually played Clash of Clans. Let's see. Mad Hatter asked, did Chris ever attend his high school union? As far as I know, no. I don't think Chris has. And then a good follow-up for issue 10 is issue 8, because issue 8's like the really uncomfortably sexual one, and that one's just so fucking funny. Family Important asks, what does your recolor look like? like my recolor, or are you asking someone else? I ain't got a recolor. Like, you know, I had back in middle school, back when I was a cringy little preteen, I had like a Tails mixed with Mephiles OC, but that was like the extent of it. I ain't really got. Oh wait, why am I saying Vaga? It's Vega. I'm dumb. I'm fucking stupid. Will you make your own Sonichu Doom? Probably not. I don't know, maybe someday. I don't know, I'm not really good at drawing, so I've never really considered fucking doing any kind of you know, Sonichu fan. Well, I'm technically working with someone on a bunch of what is it? Glow up memes involving Sonichu. I'm working on some glow up memes. Like if you look on my YouTube Shorts list, you'll see a YouTube short called Sonichu Issue 18 Leak, and it's a funny little glow up meme, and we're making that into a little mini series. Yeah, Sonichu glows up. That's exactly what happens. Rosachu leaves Sonichu to be part of Quick's harem, and Sonichu gets buff so he can fight Chris. But it takes a turn. Will you make your own Asperchu, though? That's a good question. That's a good question. But yeah, as far as I know, there's no official Club Doom fan, like Sonichu fan characters. Like the most we kind of get is like the little Tails chain PNG I got around my little character's neck here. Is it the Evils chain, you know, shit like that, you know, as a fun little gag. But as far as I know, no characters. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe someday if I'm drunk enough. Let's see. The dimensional merge, a key influence of Chris's escapist habits, is thought to have originated from the Idea Guys, though no chat logs pertaining to it were publicly released. And the first public mention of the merge occurred months after their ousting. A small clue in the merge's start date began on November 18th, 2018, the 40th anniversary of the Jonestown mass suicide, of course, which aligns with the Idea Guys inserting dates or infamous historical events into Sonichu canon. According to Gar Dog Marvin, the merge is an Idea Guy concept. Okay. It was an idea the Idea Guys invented, but Chris didn't really pay enough attention to the concept until around the Teen Troon Squad showed up. Yeah, those were a bunch of teenagers, edgy teenagers who basically played and riffed off of the Idea Guys saga, trying to gain influence over Chris and shit. And with that, I finished my beer, and I'm now sad. That was the last beer, too. Bwomp, bwomp. Oh, JX is saying Sonichu finale rebels and beats Chris, freeing Quickville of the mind control the population is under. Kind of JX, but Sonichu glows up. The little mini series we're working on. It takes a bit of a twist. So Chris ain't exactly the final boss, but he might be. But he isn't. It's gonna be a fun time. Beef's working on the art. So anyway, early trolling. What do you mean early trolling? We've been reading this whole thing. Now we're at the early stages. You kidding me? No, Ken Penders isn't the final boss, but I might change it to that because that's really funny. Does Janky get glowed up? Nah, Janky isn't in it, but you know we're still in the writing process, so maybe it's just a bunch of YouTube short memes. So you know, we're kind of just down to throw whatever at it. Yeah, I know, right? Early trolling. Early trolling. Like what the fuck? How far are we into this? God damn, this is a... How far am I into this stream? I am 54 minutes into this stream, and we are like a quarter of the way. Damn. Damn. Janky doesn't deserve to glow up. Nah, that would... Janky wouldn't... Janky would never glow up, okay? Because that would involve self-care, and Janky is dead ass sexually, like sexually aroused by the concept of not taking care of herself. That's why she got fucking swamp ass and pictures of her stanky leg, like, on the fucking internet and shit, with her fucking foot fungus and shit. Fucking toenail looking like Toad off a Mario Party like shit. I know, right? I didn't expect this article to be so long either. Like, god damn, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at all this. I did not expect this either. This is long. Oh, there's the guy. That's Joshua. Say hi to Joshua, everyone. Hi, Joshua. You're a penis. Also known as John Yamada, Joshua Wiles, Ballsy Maker 94. Oh, Ballsy CPU 94. God damn. God damn. Everything about this guy pissed me off. His fucking dumbass bowl cut. His fucking dumbass, like, usernames. The fact he's from California. Just everything about this guy is stupid. I hate him. Alright. Let's, okay. Jesus. Alright, so at some point, alright, removal from power. Alright, let's skip the early trolling, because we essentially know that, they used their lewd roleplay Twitter accounts to get into Chris's mind. So let's go right to the blackmail and extortion, because that's, yeah, because that's the fun bit. You know. Noel, guard dog Noel describing the idea, guys, to sadistic exploitation of Chris. God, I can't do a fucking... I don't know how to do a fucking impression of Noel's voice, because the best way I could describe Noel's voice is that it's very boring. It's very nasally and very boring. That's the best way I could describe his voice. So I don't even know if I could do a fucking guard dog Noel sounds funny. Oh, he sounds funny. Alright, I just gotta channel funny. So naturally, they have Chris believing they could destroy Quickville. They have Chris confessing to being a pedophile and raping his mother. Once they have those confessions, they threaten to release it to the public if he doesn't record himself shitting on the floor and punching himself in the face until tears and snot are basically running down his chin. At some point, they ask Chris to punch his mother, which he does, though he claims lightly. Noel sounds like he needs to blow his nose. Yes! Dreamy, that is the best way to describe it. Noel always sounds like he needs to blow his nose. He sounds stuffed. Give that man a fucking Mucinex. Okay, so the guard dogs allege that the idea guys managed to extort $6,000 worth of gift cards. It wasn't even like they had to they ain't even had to fucking launder the money. They just were like, Chris, give me the code. Okay, 7 lowercase x L. Oh man. Gift cards, video games, and other accessories from Chris by threatening to destroy Quickville. Not only that, Boyd, which was the Stefan guy, also demanded $20,000, or else he would report Chris for being... Oh, that's not as funny. Okay. The blowing up Quickville with a giant laser satellite for 6K is funny. This isn't as funny. Guard Dog the Captain also stated that the Idea Guys had forced Chris to record a series of videos on his Google Drive in order to use them as leverage against him in the future, which included content such as a tour of Chris's house 3. A third one? Really? Yeah, Zemfex, exactly. The Idea Guys just a bunch of Indian phone scammers. Oh, hello. I want to contact you to remind you that you are late on your taxes and the IRS will arrest you unless you buy me Google gift cards for Google Play. Like shit. I'm probably finna get knocked off of YouTube for that. No regrets. No regrets. Those guys are assholes. The fucking scammers. Let's see. Chris slaps himself in unreleased 2 hours video of Chris reacting to grotesque pornography. Probably had him watching some Live League videos and shit. I keep forgetting. My display is different than your display. So I keep passing the beginning. Family Important asks, didn't Chris slap Barb at this time? Yeah, there's supposedly a time where Chris, like, smacked Barb, but he claims very light. Supposedly. I can't even confirm or deny that. But yes, the Idea Guys tried to make Chris slap his mom. The Idea Guys, while role-playing as fictional characters, had convinced Chris they had the means to destroy Quickville. Wise, posing as anime series Simofogier villain Fine. I don't know these aren't even Japanese names, and I'm having trouble with them. What the fuck? Whose backstory involves being the creator of a particle ion cannon titled that, with the capability to destroy the moon, claims that the destroyed moon chunks would fall onto Quickville. The Idea Guy Boyd, posing as Gwen Makoto, affirmed Wise's claims and also threatened to erase the dimension in which Quickville resided by nuking it. Tactical nuke inbound! When the guard dogs rescued Chris from the Idea Guy's influence, they told him the moon-destroying weapon did not exist, and Chris became extremely angry at this revelation. It's like, what? They didn't actually have a moon-destroying satellite laser beam? What the fuck? Let's see. When the guard dogs rescued Chris from the Idea Guy's influence, they told him the moon-destroying weapon did not exist. Yep, I already read that. The Idea Guys had brainwashed Chris into believing himself a pedophile by telling him that Blue Spike's cyber sex logs and having had a crush on a high school classmate during high school counted as pedophilia. I'm saying it like that to avoid the YouTube bots. After being freed from their influence, Chris no longer believed it. Okay, makes sense. To pay off the Idea Guys, Chris raised money from eBay sales of his toys and pieces of the Chandler Horde. Guard Dog the Captain stated the Idea Guys were telling him to sell / urging him to dig through more boxes, etc., in order to afford to find things to hawk on eBay and make them money. In addition to $1,200 gifted to him from Jack Jankowski, meant to go towards attending BronyCon 2018, was sent to the Idea Guys instead. Bwomp bwomp. Though this was not enough to satisfy their lustful thirst for cringe. As in April 2018, Chris withheld a mortgage payment. God damn it, Chris. God damn it. That's why 14 Branch Lane eventually becoming a Spirit Halloween. That's what's gonna happen. Because instead of paying the mortgage, you tried to save Quickville. No good deed goes unpunished, Quith. No good deed goes unpunished. putting the Chandlers at severe risk of losing their home. Yep. It do be like that. On April 24th of 2018, with Chris in dire financial straits, the Idea Guys influenced him into posting a tweet offering to prostitute himself. No! No! Nobody needs to have to go through that. And by that, I mean sex with Chris. He stated the price to be $50 for blowjobs and $100 for butt sex. Days later, the Idea Guys were removed from power by the guard dogs. Thank God. Thank God. Okay. No one needed that shit. And the situation did not escalate any further. In May, Chris disavowed the prostitution messages and stated that he had been coerced into making them. Dang, Chris. You was finally getting the opportunity to get laid and make money at the same time, and you passed them both up. Man. Chris kept each of the invoices and receipts from the transactions he made for the Idea Guys. The guard dogs received screen caps of the photos of the receipts, hoping to use them as evidence in an official investigation. When that fell through, guard dog Noel posted them publicly to the Kiwi Farm forum. Yeah, because the cops ain't... The jerk-ops, they really were jerk-ops at that point, because they ain't... The fucking people are getting extorted, like, mentally handicapped. Obviously mentally handicapped. I know Chris says he's high-functioning autistic, but no fucking way. That's bullshit. So, technically, yes, a mentally disabled man getting fucking extorted for $6K, and the jerk-ops did jack shit about it. Removal from power. Basically, they doxed them. As we don't really need a attempted return. According to the captain, one of the Idea Guys attempted to engage with Chris once more, but Chris rejected it. Ha! Nice. Report to authorities. With their archives of the Idea Guys Discord chat logs with Chris, as well as Chris providing the receipts and invoices and gifts to them, the guard dogs attempted to report the Idea Guys to the authorities. Noel contacted the Greene County Sheriff local to Chris to discuss the matter. The sheriff unfortunately interrupted things as a matter of choice for Chris. Interpreted. Not interrupted. Interpreted things as a matter of choice for Chris. Yeah, exact. That's why. That's why they ain't do shit. That's why the jerk-ops ain't do shit about it. Noel also contacted the FBI. Both thought their online contact form, and also by handing a copy to an FBI agent, as the alleged extortion occurred across state lines. Chris later took a printed copy of Noel's report to the local police station and turned it in. However, there have been no signs of investigation, as Noel and Chris were not contacted back. Yeah, so the jerk-ops ain't do shit. What do we pay the jerk-ops for? Oh yeah, that's right, to keep Chris from getting laid. I forgot. That's exactly why the jerk-ops exist. They don't exist for any other reason. They exist for my enjoyment. Let's see. Zemfex X, do you think Chris would have gotten some action if he kept those ads up? No fucking way. Maybe with Sockness, but like Sockness came later. Okay. It's no secret where Chris lives. Nah. Yeah, Dream. Chris has doxed himself like from the jump. Like one of the first popular videos from Chris is Chris being like, I live in 14 Branch Lane, and I go to this church, and I go to this college, and I go to like this grocery store to shop for McDonald's, and I go here, and I like basically just giving his whole life story. The same jerk-ops are having an existential crisis having to deal with Chris right now, Erebus. That's the thing. Payback's a bitch. Lingering Influence. I'm gonna read Lingering Influence, and then that's gonna be the end of the stream, because I can tell my voice getting raspy. Yeah, I'm gonna pop some cigs. Only got 20 left in my pocket. Despite the idea guys being removed from power, April 2018, the damage to Chris's sense of reality has lingered. Their actions gave him a sense of validation and boosted his confidence in his pre-existing beliefs about dimensions and psychically linking to his imaginary friends, even though it's bullshit. Chris, though aware of the idea guy's malevolence, continues to believe in many of the concepts they enlisted to him, probably due to the fact that they validate his bullshit. The most notable being the dimensional merge, which he believes will magically solve the financial crisis. What if the merge happens, but Chris still gotta owe money on the house? Like that'd be funny. It's like fucking Sonichu's in the court and shit. It's like, sorry, Christine, but like, you know, back before the merge happened, you had this according to Quickville and C197 law, you still have to pay it. You know, all debts accrued before the dimensional merge must be must be honored. So, you know, I'm sorry. And Chris is still a broke boy. I would love that. That would be funny. That would make the 2020s worth living in, just for that. Let's see. Chris, though aware of the idea of malevolence, dimensional merge, blah blah blah, and bring Quickville, C197, and all of his fictional characters to life, and lore from video game series Hyperdimension Neptunia, in particular CPU goddesses, which crystallized into Chris believing he is CPU Blueheart. I mean, of course they would. Like, Chris gets to be important for once. Of course Chris is gonna latch onto that. Chris gonna hold on to that like a dick. Chris finna hold on to that like a big fat shaft. Other concepts that Chris still holds on to is his bisexuality, the polyamorous marriage, which supposedly ended the love quest, Robert Chew, which is Robert Chandler being reborn as a Sonichu, theories about Ted Bundy, and the 69 secret Sonichus and Rosachus. Oh, someone tagged me. Club Doom, have you seen Chris Chan's jail art? Some people stated that he's slightly improved. Probably not by much, but I believe it. I mean, Chris finally ain't got video games as a distraction, so, you know. He finally has time to practice. Toki, you don't practice. Let's see. On August 3rd, 2018, Chris posted an epilogue to Sonichu 13, which offered clues as to why he maintains his belief to the Idea Guy's lore. In it, he stated that Wise's slanderous and destructive efforts only strengthened my own psychic links with our world to there. To Chris, the Idea Guys had been royally messing with not only him, but also literally the Earth. Literally! Equestria and the CPU goddesses. Chris stated his belief that Wise has his own link and grasp out of the world there, and that he ultimately restored Quickville and released the CPU goddesses from Wise's control, yada yada yada. Boring! Guard Dog Marvin posted on Quickie Forums on his opinion of Chris's continued beliefs in the Idea Guys Canyon. Why am I saying Canyon? Chris also no longer using Crayola markers. You know what? That is fair, because them motherfuckers smudge. Them drawing smudge big time. I specifically remember from a kindergarten 2 months ago. when you try to fucking color anything in, them bitches bleeding through the paper, through the desk, through the floor, into the surface of the earth, and then fucking blue and green spots are showing up in like a country across the fucking planet, because them fucking Crayola markers are fucking inky as fuck. Reality is a malleable concept. Malleable concept to Chris. To Chris, that these losers were pretended to be imaginary characters doesn't mean that they didn't unwittingly connect to their counterparts in other dimensions or whatsoever. So yeah, he thinks Wise and Boyd were assholes who stumbled upon some magic or some shit. Chris is also mostly bad about the bunny. Yeah. and being made to embarrass himself. Yeah. In regards to why he still maintains a lot of their canon, it's because Chris is too invested in his imaginary world to give up on it so easily. I think after Wise and Boyd were outed, he felt uncomfortable about retconning most of their changes. Because if he retcons the past 6 months, then fuck, why can't he retcon all of it? That would make him feel real uneasy about the possible reality of his imaginary world. That reality is the most important to him. Alex asks, do you think Leafy would have been a ween if he was still popular and was around when Chris blew up? I don't think so. Because I've seen like similar popular drama channels with gameplay in the background, like Optimus cover Chris. You know, Optimus has done like 2, maybe 3 videos on Chris and kept it at that, and does other videos instead. Not that Optimus is similar to Leafy in a lot of regards. Like Optimus has the same video format because a lot of people have that video format, but Optimus is, you know, he definitely doesn't share Leafy's style of humor and shit. So no, I don't think Leafy would. Okay, so Chris in June of 2021 stated that the Idea Guys made his top 5 list of people who had the most negative impacts on his life, alongside Jacob Sockness, Michael Snyder, Blue Spike, and the staff at Nathaniel Green Elementary School, because Chris still latches on to that shit. Though Chris blamed the Idea Guys for the Dimension's level of damage, he gave no credit to them for validating his beliefs. As such, Chris believed that Blue Spike and Nathan Green's staff and Michael Snyder had the most negative impact on his life. I don't even think I read that right, but whatever. Williams saying, bruh, Chris needs a swift knee to the ribs. That'll shut him up, hopefully forever. Damn. Brutal. That's brutal. Oh, man. I know. People... Let's see. You're probably... Okay. Haven't heard of Gibby in forever. Oh, do you think Gibby is writing to Chris right now? Or was at some point? I don't think so. I don't think so. Dimension level of damage. This guy meant his mental state. Chris also included Gibby in one of his art in the negative light, portraying him as a narcissist in an ironic sense. Oh, okay. I didn't know Chris had it out for Gibby like that. I thought Chris considered Gibby a neutral. I'm getting a notification from my computer. Your privacy settings blocked access to your location. I hope no one's trying to get my location. That would really suck. You know, all I'm doing is just trying to stream and have fun reading the quickie. I don't want to... It's probably nothing. So, Shift says Chris needs to get possessed by that tongue stand from part 5, which makes them say the opposite. That'd definitely get them out of the current situation, that's for sure. So anyway, how far am I into the stream? 1 hour and 18 minutes. You know what? That is not bad. That is not bad at all. And I had a very active chat, and I had a fun time reading this. We didn't read the whole thing because goddamn this thing's long. But you know what? I'm pretty glad we got to do this. I got to drink some beer. I got to read some funny stuff. And now I think I will be better suited to, you know, hit up issue 13 and get that review video done. Let's see. Family important asks, I wonder what Chris will think about Rogan Dylan's situation. Chris will just think it's the merge. Chris will just be like, they were toxic and they got what was the blah blah blah. The merge is happening. Could you imagine if Chris attempted to become an actual cult leader? The cultists would just be weens. It would just be weens out the ass, just trying to fuck with Chris. But yes, this has been a fun stream, guys. I love y'all. This is fun as hell doing this shit. So, I'm hoping y'all have a good night. I'm hoping for any people watching after the fact on like the VOD and shit, y'all have a good day. Y'all watching right now, y'all have a good day. Y'all watching in the future, y'all have a good day. Yeah, just good vibes all around. And I will catch y'all in the next stream. Sweet nectar.